Yeah, right. All right, cool, bro. Let's do Friday. All right, bet. Um, all right, we here. We here with it. I'm here with it. Um, manage your channel directly. I need one more screen. Another screen. The fuck is this? Yeah, we live, right? What's packing, everybody? It's your boy Godchild. First of his name. That's gonna get annoying. So let me just put that on vibrate, right? But in the off chance that I lose it or I misplace it, from the moment that I put it on vibrate to now, it's gonna be like, why did I put it on vibrate? You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll just turn it. Can't turn it down all the way. Or I can put on like do not disturb. There we go. Do not disturb is what you want to put it on. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Godchild. First of his name. As I said, this is the What's Packing Sports Show. I am the host. It's late. It's 1:34. I was gonna say on a Tuesday. But it's now eventually, it's not actually Wednesday. But the intention was to do this on Tuesday. Everybody seems to release their power rankings videos on Tuesday. I know Colin does it. I know there's like other people on Insta on the what I'm thinking. Other people on like social media and stuff like that. They release it on Tuesdays. So I was actually gonna be different, you know what I mean, and do it on Wednesdays anyways, or maybe another day. But I realize now that the content, people be wanting the content to be like all kind of at the same time, fresh. So if everybody else is releasing theirs on a Tuesday and I release mine on a Wednesday or a Thursday or Friday, I mean, maybe I should ask everybody in the chat, like, when should I release my... I think I can do that, right? I should be able to do a poll. So if I say polling, right? When should I release? When, all caps, nigga. When should I release my what's this joint's called? When should I release my power ranking? Give it to the people, bro. Let's do a custom time of like 1 hour. Dang, that means a nigga about to really be on. Oh, you can only do it to 10. Well, I can do like 60 minutes. There you go. See, you gotta know how to do the math. Gotta know the math. Let's say Tuesday, right? Bam. And then we're gonna say Wednesday, wed. It should be Wednesday, right? Oh, hold on. Is it win? W-E-N? Nah, right? It's Wednesday. But for some reason, when we shorten it, we just shorten it to W-D, which is kind of interesting, right? I don't know. Is that interesting? Isn't that kind of weird? Shouldn't we shorten Wednesday to W-E-N? Why did we shorten Wednesday to W-E-D? That doesn't make any sense. With the F. Tuesday is T-U-E-S. That's how you spell it. Anyways, we, and yes, because we all in this, is me and you. We are going to finish this poll right quick, though. It's, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Look, everybody gets the same, and then I can add another one, Friday. Well, Wednesday is a anomaly, bro. Like, when you really think about it, Wednesday is an anomaly. Like, why is Wednesday spelled differently from all the other Jones? Huh? Wednesday? Would you like to explain yourself? How the fuck did you end up with W-E-D? What is John? Where is John at? I mean, I feel like I introduced myself, but I was thinking I should introduce myself again. I don't know. It's your boy Godchild. First up, his name, no O, no I. Don't ask me why, motherfucker. I'm putting on this hat. Okay, so yeah, this is done, right? We saving these changes. We gonna run it. Extension not enabled, bitch. I oughta info your ass. Oh, okay. I see what I could have did with that. I could change these cards. Yo, I'm learning so much. So I recently became, well, not quite yet, but I'm eligible for affiliate, and I'm eligible for partner. I want to do that really soon. Hopefully, like the next 2 weeks. But I gotta wait for some other stuff to like clear first or something. I gotta just. And they're with another 3 followers. Damn, that's crazy. But anyways, we talking about the power ranking. So, but I'm gonna give it a whole. I want to put it up. Panel has unsaved changes. Okay, yeah, save the panel. I'm trying to put the poll up. Extension is not enabled. So basically, what I was just saying is that, because I recently, like, I really honestly don't know a whole lot about this junk, about Twitch, honestly, like, oh, it's supposed to go away though. Hold up, I probably gotta refresh it. Probably gotta refresh that junk. Okay, well, it's still there. No, that's not it. Hold up. I put the camera up. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm like an old person. Actually, oh yeah, I wanted to be able to hear myself. This microphone is weird. Like, you have to change the speaker. Oh, it is the right speaker. Hold up. There we go. So mute. Anyways, all right. So I'm trying to figure out how to. That's not how to do it. Control. It was this little thing right here. How to put the poll up. Polling. There we go. Manage. But run the poll so I can run it now, right? There we go. I want to see if you can run it. Is your man? Is your team on the pole? the pedestal, I should say. Is your team? Yo, Isaac Games, yo, what's up, man? Like, man, I'm about to do my power rankings, but I wanted to actually put a poll in the chat. I'm trying to figure out. Because I was wondering, like, when do people want to see like the power rankings and stuff like that? Twitch. So I was like, I put the I can't sub yet. I know, man. I just was talking about that. So hopefully in like maybe a week, I'll be able to do that. I have to wait for something else. I have to like kind of. I had like a question, I guess someone to ask about it, but yeah, I should be able to. Hopefully, man, I'm trying to get the sub thing working in the next week or so. I just want to make sure some other stuff is straight first, but it's coming soon, man. It's coming soon. So just be on the lookout, okay? Be on the lookout for that. All right, man. It's your boy Godchild. First of his name, and I'm doing my power rankings, but most people do it on Tuesdays. But I'm trying to figure out if I should do it on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. And whenever people want, you know what I'm saying, their power ranking video, you got to at least wait till Tuesday because there was Monday Night Football. But actually, maybe we'll start right there. Monday Night Football had the last game of the season Monday. Yesterday. What's today? Wednesday. I guess technically 2 days ago now. Buffalo and the Patriots, and I live streamed that game, and that man, it was weird. It was weird. Like, just the Patriots just not winning that division for the first time in, like, I don't know what 20 years it's been. It's been like it's been like a bunch of years, a decade at least, since the Patriots have been winning that division. And finally, you got a couple teams from there that I don't like the box up. Yeah, I don't like this. I tried to like put the laptop up to kind of so I don't have to look down, cause I be having them like neck problems, yo. Before I started really doing, yeah, there we go. Oh, actually, before I started doing this, I worked in the office a lot. So I got them like kind of neck problems. So I was trying to find a way to like elevate the freaking thing. But hey, oh no, I don't want that. It wasn't working out. I like this view much better. This is a much better view. All right, so look, man, I'm about to do the power rankings. I took some notes. I was talking about the Bills and the Patriots. They finally was able to win the division in like 20 years or some craziness. But man, look. And then I'm gonna talk about Tuesdays with Aaron. And the reason why I'm getting on tonight, I know I was supposed to be doing my show was usually like Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I mean Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I want to do the live content, and then I want to break it down. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I want to repost everything that that was live, and then even Friday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm going to release like the edited version of like the live situation. So all right, man, let's just get into it. Let me see actually who's is anybody in the chat? I can't sub you. All right, I got you, bro. We're going to be able to get you, man. I want to just do these over here. All right. Yeah, man, the sub is coming, man. The ability to sub is coming. If you guys want to support me, I will be able to be accepting subscribers soon. I just gotta like apply and stuff. All right, man. So look, I got my notes right here. I wanted to do these graphics, but I don't have the. It started getting complicated. I want to be able to put the graphics like this because I was calling this the pedestals of power. Just trying to be different, and because everybody just says power ranking, but I feel like power ranking is like it's boring. But I want to put these pedestals up, and every time I say one, the pedestal will pop up, and then the icon will pop up on top of it. But that takes a long time to do stuff like that. I needed to like better I don't know, execute it. Yeah. So my top 10 teams, like basically these are the teams that I feel like, has an opportunity to not just make the playoffs, but actually, go somewhere in the playoffs, win a game. And these are the teams I feel like are going to be in the playoffs. They're doing 7 teams from each conference this year, which is different from what they usually do. Of course, we know it was just like 6. And at first, I was kind of mad. Now, I want to say not mad, but I was like, man, the NFL, they're just adding another game to the playoffs just because. Prediction on Saints versus Panthers. I am Donovan. What's going on, man? Prediction on Saints versus Panthers. I got the Saints. Yeah. I know Michael Thomas isn't playing, but I really think that Drew Brees is going to be back a little bit healthier than he was. You know what I'm saying? Alvin Kamara just torched the Vikings for 6 touchdowns. Like, come on, man. I was actually having a conversation with somebody the other day. I was like, who are the top 5 running backs? You know what I'm saying? And I put I put Aaron Jones in that conversation for the top 5 running backs. But And I think he's actually better than like Dalvin Cook. I'll put Dalvin Cook like 6th. But, I think I said I thought Alvin Kamara was like 1B to Derrick Henry's 1A. Or like maybe at least, number 2. And this person thought that Dalvin Cook was actually like the second best running back in the NFL. And I was like, I think he's like the 6th best. So, I don't know, but I think that's just interesting. They're going to these teams. So look, man, these are these are my teams that I have. Okay, I got. I should start from. Should I start from top to bottom? I gotta build up the suspense, right? You know what I'm saying? I gotta build the suspense up. So I'm not gonna go and I'm not gonna go from top to bottom. I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top, like Drake. So, and even it's top 10, but there's gonna be 14 teams in the playoffs. So I really could have did the top 14 for real, the power rankings. But who really wants to do all of that? Half those teams are gonna lose anyways. So, look, man, I'm gonna start number 10, and this is where it might be a little controversial. Out the gate, you're just like Tom Grassi. Y'all the biggest Packers fans I know. Why you say I'm just like Tom Grassi? I feel like I'm the opposite of Tom. I'm not opposite, but I feel like I'm. Yeah. Well, why do you mean that? You tell me. Why do you say I'm just like Tom Grassi? Not that that's a bad person to be like. Tom Grassi he's pretty big time. He's got the market kind of corner on YouTube. He does he's really popular on YouTube. I follow him on Twitter and stuff too, but I feel like it's a little different. You know what I mean? In a good way. Sports, game, strategy, action. What strategy? How does strategy even get down there? But anyway, shout out to Tom Grassi. But I was saying that this team, my number 10 team, I feel like this might be a surprise to a lot of people. But thank you, man. I should just say thank you. Honestly, you say I'm just like Tom Grassi. That's a compliment. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. But that's also interesting I want to hear why you. I'm curious to see why you said that. Bro, why you only have 6 views? I don't know, or 7. I feel like I did have, like, when I first came in here, it said like 200 or something. But no, not 200. Yeah, maybe was it 200? I think so. But that's how I be sometimes, man. I ain't tripping. Cause Tom a legend just like you, man. You come on every Sunday, Thursday, or Monday just to stream and talk about how you feel. Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate that. That's love, man. That's love. I really appreciate that. About all the teams. Yeah, hey, man, because I love football. And I'm about to talk about one of them teams that I'm not going to say I love this team, but it is my hometown team. And I do like this team a lot. I like the way that they play football. I like their identity. They run the ball. They want to play defense. You know what I'm saying? They got a veteran coach and they got a veteran quarterback, and that's the Washington football team. Okay? That's my number 10 team on the power ranking. And a lot of people might think that is insane, or that I'm tripping, or I'm crazy. I might be smoking crack. But in fact, I really do like Washington, man. And I think they could have won. I think they're like on a 3-game losing streak. But for real, they could have won both of those games. They lost to like by 5 to Seattle. It was like 15-20. And then this past week, they only lost by a touchdown. And so I watched most of that game because I was doing the Sidecast Sunday thing. And I was like, man, if Washington just had a consistent quarterback, they would be a pretty good team, man. Like they got, this Chase Young kid, by the way, he from Maryland, DMV stand up. he's amazing, bro. Like he had like 2 forced fumbles. He had a fumble recovery. He had like some tackles for a loss. He was just all over the field, man. And I remember they were comparing him to like the Bosa brothers coming out of Ohio State. And I was like, man, these Bosa motherfuckers are good. Bro, what are you doing? John's Dr. Eek or John's. He's talking about football. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What you mean? What am I doing? Bro, what are you doing? I'm talking about football. I think it says NFL Power Rankings Tuesday with Aaron, just chatting. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I named the title pretty good. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe he meant it in some other kind of way. Bro, what are you doing? I'm doing what I love. How about that? That's a good way to answer that question, right? I'm doing what I love. Talking about the Washington football team right now. I almost had a slip up. Talking about the Washington football team. How I think they're the 10th best team in the NFL. Okay, my number 19 is the Arizona Cardinals. I always called it the St. Louis Cardinals, but the Arizona Cardinals. And I haven't watched a lot of Arizona Cardinals football, but I'll say this. Like, I feel like their defense is kind of like a young, and I was gonna say a young Packers defense, but the Packers defense is actually still very young. But I meant to mean like a Packers defense when it was in the earlier stages. Yeah, I know they released Dwayne Haskins. That sucks, man. I feel kind of bad for that kid. You know, he's actually a hometown kid too. Dwayne Haskins is from PG County, Maryland. I think he's from PG County. I know he's from Maryland. It could be another county, but I feel like he's from PG County. And they cut him, but honestly, I mean, I don't know about cutting him. Apparently, there's like some allegedly he's maybe not a hard worker, or like they saying he just didn't have the character, or I don't know. He just didn't have that it factor, I guess, and maybe he wasn't focused enough, or whatever the case may be. But I gotta admit, like, I watched that game on this past Sunday, and he looked bad, man. Like, he didn't look professional. He didn't look good. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but he ain't look good. And that kid, Jinsky or something they put in, Helinski, they put some kid in there. He has some kind of funny name. Well, not like funny, just like different. You know what I mean? Like last name. And he actually kind of let him down to close the game within one score. But there was another play like early in the game where the dude threw a perfect pass. You know, not like perfect, but he got it. I think he was like under duress. He was under a little bit of pressure. Like, he got the ball there down the field. It was like a 50-yard bomb or something. And the receiver kind of leaped out to get it, but he let it like hit his helmet or something, and he lost concentration of the ball and he dropped it. But he could have just like rolled into the end zone, and that would have been another score, because that play happened before the actual touchdown play that made it a one-score game. They were down by 8, I think. And so I was just like, this defense is pretty good. They got a furious front 7. You know what I'm saying? The back end is kind of it's a little bit better than serviceable. You know what I mean? So I think they're and they got some talent. You know, so the Cardinals. The thing though that really makes me sort of just not like worries about the Cardinals, but I think what really kind of makes them potent, or why people should or people kind of respect them, and that's really Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't looked great. He hasn't looked great every single game, but he's only in his second year, and I feel like he's still probably learning to read defenses. They didn't play a lot of college-style games in the Big 12, because he went to Oklahoma, right? That's the Big 12. And they didn't play a lot of college-style defenses. So, I mean, professional-style defenses or offenses in the Big 12. So, like, his team, like him facing against other teams who run those sorts of schemes, or, like, just him himself, like, the offensive scheme that he ran and what their team practiced against, like, in defense and stuff, and offense. It wasn't pro-level stuff. So, I think even though now they're adding more of the college game into the pros, and I feel like that's honestly very smart. I think it's very smart. Like I never understood why they try to just relegate certain plays or certain schemes to the college game and say, oh, it would never work in the pros. I'm like, why not? Like, it's literally the same damn thing, when you really think about it. Like, so I don't know. I got a football on my head, yo. Like, how y'all like my football, man? Has anybody answered the poll? Has anybody answered the poll? No one's answered the poll. No one finds that an intriguing question. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When should I drop my power rankers? It's technically Wednesday, but the whole idea was to drop this on Tuesday, so I started with the Tuesday state of mind. Hey, I'm a Saints fan, but I respect with the Packers. I respect with the Packers, but just watch out for the NFC Championship. So you think it's going to be New Orleans and Packers in the NFC Championship game? That's what you think? All right, so I'm going to move on to my 8th seed, and that's the Miami Dolphins. And to keep it a buck with you, I haven't watched a bunch of Miami football. I was watching the Red Zone when they played the Patriots, and that was like a big game. And so they kept like flashing back and forth. There was a lot of defensive plays. They have that guy Xavier Howard. He has like 9 interceptions on the year, which is like freaking definitely all pro, like category. You know what I'm saying? He put himself in an all pro conversation. 9 interceptions, like we can't even. Darnell Savage has 4, and he leads the team. He leads the Packers. Yo, the Night Owl, subscribe to my channel. I don't know if you're someone in the chat right now, or maybe you're finding me through YouTube. But hey, I appreciate the subscription to my YouTube channel. Subscriptions will be coming soon to my Twitch, but I have to wait until I can change the name, because right now the name is Godchild, and that is my name. That's what I go by. But I want to make the channel. I want to change it to the West Packing Sports Show channel. And so then once I do that, I'm gonna get on the subscription. I'm gonna get on the affiliation. I'm gonna get on all that stuff. But the Dolphins, man, I just hear the Dolphins have a really good defense. So I'm kind of giving them. I'm kind of giving them the A spot on the strength of they got the number 1 defense, like number 1 scoring defense. They played the Chiefs pretty well. I mean, they got Tua. I don't really like the fact that since they started Tua, they've benched him twice, which is like, okay, that's not really what you want to be doing with your franchise quarterback, the guy you just drafted, like, 6th or 7th or something like that overall. They drafted Tua. When was Tua drafted? Tua, yeah, I feel like he should pop up first, right? I mean, how many other Tuas? 209 pounds. Yeah, he's kind of a small guy. Like 6 feet 217. Unless ESPN says 6 feet. Oh, what is this? This is blasphemy. You can't do this. That's messed up, man. Y'all gonna just play this ugly audio in my background like that? Out of Alabama, but like, when was his news? Like, when was he drafted? I probably could have just went to his Wikipedia for this, honestly. Wikipedia, they got the info. Let me just type his name in. Tua. Talk about law. He was last on the list on Wikipedia. First round, 5th over. Oh no, 5th overall, bro. Miami. So damn, they drafted this Batman 5th overall. You had to bench him twice. Now, consider Jalen Hurts, who was also drafted this year. He started like the last couple of games. He didn't get benched or nothing like that. Or think about Herbert, who started like on a whim in a game against and played against the Chiefs, right? At the time they were undefeated, and it was actually the Dolphins. But actually, the Dolphins weren't one of the first. They was one of the most recent teams that were kind of like able to try to beat the Chiefs. But they didn't. But it was the Chargers, man. The Chargers and Justin Herbert. They were one of the first teams to really kind of like take the Chiefs to the wire. You know what I'm saying? Herbert came in, and they were really able to almost beat the Chiefs. And I was like, man, this kid, he can play, man. This kid, Herbert, like, I wasn't really big on him coming out of college. But, Yo, he can play. But as far as the Dolphins, I I mean Fitzmagic got it done last week, so I guess you can say that they do have some stuff on offense. But I think the Dolphins might actually be one of the teams that are in play for Aaron Jones, because I don't know if Aaron Jones. I really don't know if Aaron Jones is going to re-sign with the Packers. As much as I know Packers fans probably hate to hear that. They hate to see it. I feel like that's kind of how it's trending. He said his agent Drew Rosenhaus. He just got this agent Drew Rosenhaus. He said his agent and the team have not been in talks. So I'm like, that's not really a good sign. You see, they signed everybody else. Bakhtiari got his money. Kenny Clark got his money. So it's like everybody else got signed, bro. Why they ain't signed Aaron Jones yet? They just drafted Dylan, and Dylan looked good. Dylan was running over Bamas. He was breaking tackles. He showed some burst. He had a long touchdown run. He had a tough short yardage touchdown run. So look, I think the Dolphins could be in play for a guy like Aaron Jones if he becomes a free agent, if the Packers don't sign him. All right, my number 7th team is the Tennessee Titans. After the Packers whooped their ass, look, in about a week ago, I guess technically it's 2 weeks now, but really just last week, I said that I thought that the Titans were like the third best team in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I really was believing in the hype of their offense, and the defense is very, 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 very talented. That Tennessee Titans defense is very talented, but apparently they don't have a defensive coordinator, so it's just not all on the same page, and I guess they're not cohesive, and some of the times some of the plays they run, it just doesn't seem to fit the scheme, because they don't have a guy whose just job is to make people fit into the scheme or figure out what scheme fits his people. So the Titans, I guess they suffer for that defensively, but they have a lot of talent, man, especially in the secondary. So, but I still think this offense is really good, and I still think this team has a chance to make it to the AFC Championship game. They just had a really bad showing against the Packers in Lambeau, 27 degrees in the snow. My sixth ranked team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And look, man, I feel like a lot of people are down on this team. Everybody's selling their Tampa Bay stock. But I'm telling you, man, the way they handled the Saints twice, or rather I should say the way they got handled by the Saints twice. Opening week, Tom Brady's first game with the Bucs, he hadn't had any opportunity to really get any chemistry with his wide receivers or learn the offense or just be in the routine of going from his house to the stadium and all that kind of shit. I feel like that shit all matters for athletes. I feel like athletes are creatures of habit. We all are creatures of habit. But athletes, they have routines, especially the great ones. The great athletes always have routines because it's structure and it's dependable and they can always control. My man said, I am Donovan. My man said, Bills number 1, Chiefs 2, Packers 3, Steelers 4. Whoa. Saints 5, Ravens, Dolphins, Colts, Browns, Rams. Look, man, I'm not like really mad at your list, but you got some weird ones in there. No, we're not super weird. Everybody in there is deserving to be in there, but my order's a little bit different. I'm going from the top to the bottom, and actually I had the Rams as my 12th place team. But hey, man, I fuck with the. I think this is a pretty good list though. But the Rams will be actually my 12th place, and the Colts are my 11th place team. I probably should put them up on the screen, right? That's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. Give y'all something to look at, something pretty to look at. All right, so I'm going to do 10. Bada bang. We got Washington. I'm gonna put a little 10 by their name too, just so y'all can know what it do. Oh, that's way too big though. Said no one ever? Question mark. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not a bad list, but this is my list. Like I said, I'm already understanding that some people are gonna say because I have Washington, like I must be smoking crack or some craziness. Washington has some potential. Yeah, okay, you seeing it? I was thinking you might say I was smoking crack, cause I like Washington. So Washington is my number 10 team. Then we're gonna do who's my number 9 team. Well, if you weren't here from the beginning, I'll tell you right now. Oh no, actually, Ben, I ain't wanna do it like that. Hold up. Rename. I want to name it 9. I want to name it 9. I'm gonna do the Cardinals. That's how you spell Cardinals, right? Is it Cardinals or just Cardinals? Is it You got it up here. You don't see? You don't even have the Cardinals in your top 10, and I think I want to become famous. I already am, bitch. So, Rick James, bitch. All right, look though. How do you spell this? Is it Cardinals? Arizona Cardinals? AZ. What about them AZ Cardinals? How they spell it? Yeah, Cardinals. All right. Hey, man. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Thou shalt not judge. Thou shalt not judgeth me. Sometimes I gotta spell it out, man. I gotta spell words out. I'm not really, Sometimes I just want to be sure. Spell it out. The Cardinals, why is they junk so much bigger though? Like I ain't trying to size them. I ain't trying to size them like that. Font. Okay. Oh no. All right. Why does this word cardinal? Why does this one look so much bigger than the Washington jump? I will never. You were never what? You were never what? I am Donovan. Anyone ever pronounce your name like that? Donovan. Alright. I'm tripping. Anyways, so number 9, bro. You said you would never put the Cardinals at number 9? Just call me Donnie. Donnie. Alright, I can dig it. I can get swifty with that, bro. Alright. Anyways, okay. So we're gonna put 9 right here. Number 8. Drum roll, please. Number 8 team is the Dolphins. Yo, as I said, they got a really good defense, so I'm just kind of giving it to them. I've seen them play a few times, but shit. I think their quarterback situation is gonna come back to bite them in the hiney, or as I like to say, the fucking ass. Let me get these strings going. Hold on. All right. So we go Dolphins, Cardinals, Washington. Then I said, Donnie, you said you got so you got the Dolphins at 7. I have the Dolphins at 8, but the Colts and the Browns and the Rams. You streaming tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yes, I am streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. because you got to go to sleep. All right, man. That's what's up, man. I'm streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. with one of my special guest co-hosts, Savannah Dean, Sav Dean, on sports. If you want to hit her up on Twitter, she's really knowledgeable. She's a diehard Packers fan. She's dope. She's funny. She loves stats and obscure stats and the deep sort of stats that most people don't have, like those kind of stats where they say, well, this player has had X amount of games where he's thrown for 350 yards when the weather is 75 degrees or warmer, and it's the third Sunday of the year. It's like, what? Like, how do you even have these stats? Like who puts together that information? Like who tracks how well a dude played in his like socks or like on the day? Like, I don't know. It's just like some of the stats that they have for certain things. He's the only player to ever score a touchdown and stumble twice in a game and fumble, but recover the fumble in the last. It's like, all right, okay. Why do we care about that? So why am I talking? Why are you talking about a godchild? We don't even care about it. You don't even care. You just spent that whole time talking about how you don't care about it. So why are you even talking about it? Anyways, number 7, I got the Titans. The team that the Packers just demolished this past Sunday. But I still think that's a good team. They just got hit with a ton of bricks, and the Packers honestly, I can't wait to talk about the game. I haven't really talked about the game yet because I was waiting to talk about it with Savannah tomorrow. We were supposed to do it. My schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It got kind of thrown off this week, but we're doing live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'll be uploading like the edited versions of the live streams. Like this might be an hour, hour 30 minutes. And then I'll try to edit this down to maybe 10, 15, or chop it up into different segments and just put that out on the day after. All right, so who we got? We got the Titans. Remember the Titans? Interesting story. That movie, Remember the Titans, is based in Virginia, which is not that far from where I live. I mean, well, not that far, but I'm in Maryland, so Maryland's pretty close to Virginia. I actually know that school, T.C. Williams. I want to say I've been there, but I actually have like family that went to that school from the movie Remember the Titans, the one that went like undefeated and won the state championship. That's a real school. You know what I'm saying? That's a movie based on history. And I had a really interesting conversation tonight about that word in itself. But we're not going to get into that. This is the pedestals of power. Actually, this is the Buccaneers. How you spell Buccaneer? That's I'm gonna have to look that one up, buddy. I'll tell you that. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Bucks. Buccaneers. That reminds me of an episode. Buccaneers. That reminds me of an episode of Arthur. Who watched it? Anybody ever watch Arthur? I mean, I feel like everybody watched Arthur, right? Like, remember the episode when he was spelling aardvark over and over again? Aardvark. Aardvark. That nigga spelled that shit like a million fucking times. He even had like a damn dance and a song and shit to go with it. All right, so the Buccaneers are my sixth best team in the NFL. Look, man, like I said, people was kind of shitting on the Bucs because the Saints stomped a mud hole in their ass at least twice on the year, and they lost some other games. They're like the Bucs are 10-5. I mean, yeah, they're 10-5, so they have a chance to go 11-5. That's a really respectable record. But when you look at it on the in the totality of it, like at the end of the year, like, oh, okay, next year we'll be like, oh, the Bucs went 11-5 last year. But when you're like watching it happen and they lose those 3 in a row, or the 2 of those 5 look really, 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 really bad, you kind of feel like, damn, they had 11-5 season. It didn't feel like an 11-5 season. But if you just look at 11-5 on paper, like, damn, that's a good season. You only lost 5 games, like. You got to at least go 10-6 to win your division. I mean, well, I can't say that because the NFC East this year, they're going to be somebody who might win it with 8 or 9 games. But I remember Mike McCarthy used to say that, like, or Aaron Rodgers would always say at the podium, Mike says that once you win 10 games, you can kind of start talking about the playoffs or thinking about the playoffs. But, man, I like the Bucs still. They have a lot of weapons. Tom Brady is clutch. He's got 6 rings. I mean, like, they got pretty good coaching, and they're talented on defense, man. So I just think they just had some slip-ups, man, some games where they weren't focused, or maybe they just had a bad plan going into it. They just missed it on tape. And then, really, honestly, I feel like not having the offseason really kind of affect them a lot because offensively they had a lot of new moving pieces. So, but defensively, they've been pretty good. But the Bucs, man, that's my 6th best team. So now for the top 5. All right, let's go. Top 5. Who we got? And look, man, I think it could come down to Packers Buccaneers NFC Championship game. My man earlier said that they thought it could be Saints and Packers, but I think it could really be Packers Bucks. I mean, if I'm keeping it a buck, I think it could be Packers Bucks. All right, man. My 5th best team is the Saints. They come marching in. They come marching on in the 5 spot. Do the Saints of no. I think that's so hilarious that New Orleans is just shortened to no. It's just like, if it wasn't for Mardi Gras, it's like when you saw that written out, you would just be like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to. Like, why? The name of the state abbreviated even just says no. Like, no, just turn around, turn back. But I actually heard New Orleans is a pretty dope city. And, of course, we all know about the Mardi Gras. I've never been. I would like to go to Mardi Gras. But the Saints, man, like, they lost to the Eagles. Yes, they lost to the Eagles, but this is still a good team, man. Like, it blows me so much when people try to make these arguments like, oh, this team beat this. We beat this team, and this team lost to this team. It's like, who cares, man? Like, this is the NFL. We all know that it's any given Sunday, correct? So it's like, how can you try to make this argument? Look, I know the Philadelphia Eagles weren't really a great team on paper, but they had just got a shot in the arm with Jalen Hurts coming off the bench. He was able to kind of, get some momentum going against the Packers. I mean, the Packers kind of just beat the Eagles. You know, the Eagles were making a comeback, and if they would have switched to Jalen Hurts sooner, I feel like they could have actually maybe, threatened to win the game, to be honest with you, But I think the Saints are still a really good team, man. I mean, we just saw them beat the dog shit out of the Vikings. Alvin Kamara has 6 touchdowns. I think he's the second best running back in the NFL. He might, honestly, this nigga could be the best. Like, I'm really a Derrick Henry kind of guy, but I mean, Kamara is so much more versatile. He can really kill you 2 different ways. And it's like, maybe Kamara is the best running back in the NFL. He did score 6 touchdowns in one game, which tied the record. But, man, I like the Saints. And then on defense, they have a lot of weapons, man. Sean Payton's a great coach, and Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. So you got to kind of trust them. And my 4th team, right? The 4th team, I'm a little even surprised myself that I put him in there because I wasn't really feeling them like that. But I have watched them over the past couple weeks start to turn it on, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. But, I mean, that was, like, really bad. But, the Baltimore Ravens, man, that's my 4th best team right now. Look, Baltimore was kind of in the dumps. They was in the dumpsters of the AFC North. I almost said the NFC North. Like, the Ravens were kind of, I mean, you knew the Bengals were going to be bad, but it's like the Ravens, you weren't really expecting this from the Ravens. Last year, they were the number 1 seed. Boy, Lamar Jackson got MVP. He torched the league. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I thought they were going to continue to run that style of offense. But to me, it was kind of clear to see that they changed the script a little bit in Baltimore. I don't think they were running Lamar Jackson the same way they have been running him last year, which allowed him to be so fucking successful. And I feel like they kind of fucked that up. And they're kind of getting back to that now. Lamar Jackson, he's kind of seemed like he got his swagger back. And that could be dangerous for the rest of the AFC. Because that defense is dope, man. I feel like I said that about a lot of the defenses on this list. I mean, or that I like them, or that they do something really well. But especially that Ravens defense, man. Like, they've had some tough times, but, man, they do got some pieces, bro. Like, matter of fact, Zadarius Smith came from the Ravens defense. So, I think the Ravens, man, they're number 4. And like I said, I'm a little surprised that I put them up there like that. But they won 3 straight, man. They look pretty convincing. So, I'm going to go ahead and give them some love, man. My number 3 team, but the Ravens, they gotta play their ass off this week. And I started having this on this show. I started saying at first when the NFL introduces extra playoff game, I was like, oh, they just being greedy. They're gonna fucking ruin the game. But man, honestly, when I think about it, it kind of makes it so much more intriguing down the stretch. You know what I mean? Adding that extra playoff spot, it just makes the games matter more. And that's why I love the NFL, bro. That's why I love the NFL, because every game matters. I got a fucking football on my head, bro. I have a fucking football on my head. I cut it open, and I took out some of the laces, and I put that shit on my head because I am a fanatic. I love football because all the games matter, man. The games matter, man. All those other sports, baseball, 100 fucking plus games. Hockey, 80 fucking games. In NBA, 80 fucking games, man. Soccer, I don't even know. They have like big tournaments within the tournaments. They can't get enough of their fucking games, bro. They got season all year long and shit. Like, soccer is like the worst of them all as far as like games. You know what I'm saying? Like games. We talk about games. I don't know what kind of. I was going for so many different impersonations there, like crying dude, like just stupid dude. But the point is, the Packers. Yes, it's all about the Packers. But the point is, the NFL has done such a great job of making every single game matter, bro. And that's why, like, as I'm thinking about it, this is so brilliant. Not just from a money point, but honestly, adding that extra playoff game really makes every game in your season matter. And that's why, to me, the NFL is the superior sports product, man, because every game matters. And my third team, I'm going to pick the color now. I was waiting till after I said, okay. But my third team is going to be, can I control the font from here? If I could control the font, it even said I can. I think I can. All right, let's see. I know I can, nigga. My third team, like I said, what? I know I made this joint black. What the fuck? What is going on? Oh, that joint is too small. Oh, snap. Okay. That joint was like, you're tripping, bro. All right, hold up. Let me get this Chiefs on here properly. I mean, that thing was on like, it was on like 256 though. I feel like that's like way too much on the font, right? Like, they made it seem like maybe 150. Let's do 150. Who knows? All right, bam. Oh, shiza. Yo, I'm all off on the font, like, predictor. Whoa, Lordy G. And why is it like upside down? Like, how did that even happen? What? Who did this? What kind of trickery is this? All right, you know what? I'm gonna just delete this. This thing is possessed. That little ranker was possessed, bro. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna rebuke that, Joan. All right, let's go back here. All right, we're gonna do this. Try this again for my number 3 team. Drum roll, please. The Kansas City Chiefs. No, but seriously, man, the Chiefs. I mean, look, Chiefs have only lost 1 game, but they should have, honestly, could have, would have lost some more. And as much as I really like them, and I think they're like super, super talented, and Travis Kelce's amazing, and Patrick Mahomes is amazing. He's the only person that's ever done all these cool things that, of course, our other quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers have already done. But we're just saying he's amazing. He's the most recent person to do it. So all of these freaking sports commentators, like, hype him up and say no one's done it like him. I'm like, bro, I was alive when Aaron Rodgers first came into the league. That's what everybody was saying about Aaron, and it doesn't ever like piss me off, but it's just like, come on, bro. Like, Mahomes he's not that special. You know what I mean? He's not doing stuff that much different from what Aaron Rodgers was doing in his prime. So it's like, come on, like, stop acting like you've never seen it before. And probably that's how some people felt about Aaron Rodgers when everybody was saying Aaron Rodgers was changing the quarterback game, revolutionizing it, and da-da-da-da-da. And people were, like, giving him all of this praise. I was going to say effusive praise. There were probably some people who were fans of players like Dan Marino or Randall Cunningham or, like, you know, even Steve Young. You know, they were probably like, man, we've seen this before. We heard this before. But the Chiefs, they may only lost 1 game, but I just feel like they are kind of sloppy in a sense. And I don't know if they lead the league in penalties, but I just mean in the sense that, like, they seem to just take they sweet ass time, and because they know they can turn it on at any minute, they wait to the last minute to turn it on. And yeah, they be winning these games, but it's like, bro, like, y'all should be blowing motherfuckers out like Alabama on this bitch, man. And for some reason, the Chiefs have had a lot of close games. So, you know, the Packers had a lot of close games in previous years. Last year, you could say even, and they couldn't get it done in the NFC Championship game. So I think the Chiefs might get done in the AFC Championship game. And I think this team can do it. My next team. But that's why the Chiefs are 3, though. I mean, as much as I kind of, you can say, quote-unquote, hate on the Chiefs, like, or I just don't think they're all of that, they still are all of that. So, like, I have to still give them their props. And it's like, I'm not going to be a hater. I don't like, people sometimes try to call you a hater for, like, just having opinions that are different from theirs. But, like, man, I'm not going to be a hater. Like, Chiefs are nice as shit. So, they get the number 2 spot. But y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. If the Chiefs are 3rd and the Bills are 2, y'all know what that means. What was that? The Packers are my number 1 team this week on my pedestals of power. The Green Bay Packers, man, come on. You gotta have Packers number 1, bro. The way they have been so dominant. Man, I'm just gonna put that motherfucker right here. Come on, Johnny. Damn it, Bobby. Come on. Why you doing that? That's just ridiculous. Don't do that. Come on, man. There we go. Why does it flip, though? Like, who's making it do that? All right. Man, I'm just going to put the Packers right here, man. But you can't really see them. I want y'all to see these niggas. Right there. The Packers. The Packers are my number 1 team. I should probably give it like a sexier font than that, right? I could probably sex up the font, but we not caring about the Packers. They're my number 1 team, man. You saw what the Packers did last Sunday, this past Sunday, I should say, rather, to the Tennessee Titans. Everybody was hyping those Titans up, man. Even I must admit, I was hyping the Titans up, okay? like, I was worried. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of worried about these Titans, man. Derrick Henry was like punching holes in niggas' helmets, like new holes in people's helmets. He was abusing people. He was literally assaulting people. I think he should have been charged for assault for some of those stiff arms that he delivered on people. And it's like, we don't have a very big secondary. You know what I mean? Like, we even play a lot of nickel and dime and shit like that. So I was kind of definitely worried about that. And the receivers, man, they held them in check for the most part, man. They really did kind of hold its rating with the party. Oh, Alex 66 is rating me with a party or two. Hey, everybody, welcome to the sports show. I'm your host, Godchild, first of his name. This is the What's Packing Sports Show. I want to say thank you to Alec 66, and he followed. Thank you for that, or she followed and hosting me, or they rated my stream with 2 viewers. So I appreciate that. Yo, man, I was on my other account and I like your streams. Yo, oh shit. I appreciate that. And my man Mook Hawk in the building. What's up, man? Hey, Alec, I really appreciate that. I hope I'm saying your name right. You like my content, man. I appreciate that. That's much love, man. I'm doing my top 10 teams in the NFL. Go Pack, go. You a Packers fan. Go Pack, go, baby. Go Pack, go. Yeah, man, I got the Packers number 1. I put them on the screen big as a mother effer because they deserve to be pumped up and celebrated. They destroyed those goddamn Tennessee Titans. And it wasn't even close, man. I mean, it was kind of close, like a little bit to the middle. Kind of coming out of the half, the Tennessee Titans, they were able to double up, as Aaron Rodgers said several times on the Mcafee show. I think like this week. And it got, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely got a little tight around the collar, but the Packers were able to, get some turnovers. They got some timely sacks, and the offense just stayed humming, man. Even in that bad weather, man, Aaron Charles, motherfucking Rodgers, and Devontae King Adams were able to put on a fucking clinic, man. That shit looked like Planned Parenthood out that bitch, because they was cutting niggas up left and right. Chopping them up, boy. They chopped these niggas up like Planned Parenthood out that motherfucker. So it's like, this offense, bro, is just so damn good, man. And I was kind of hard on them a few times earlier this season. I said, if they're so fucking good, how can they get shut out basically in the second half against Indianapolis and Carolina? And I feel like that's a valid question. We're not going to mention Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay fucking mopped the floor of them like a broom handle. And it's like, how could that happen? I don't really know, honestly. Maybe they just weren't focused. Maybe they had a bad game plan. Maybe Aaron Rodgers really had diarrhea and he didn't want to tell us, so he couldn't really step into the throws because he thought that if he really stepped into the throws, maybe he'll step in some shit. He'll actually like shart and like poop his pants or something. So maybe that's why they didn't play that well. Aaron Rodgers had diarrhea. I mean, you didn't hear it here first, but you heard it here first. I can't confirm nor deny that is actual facts, but this show isn't about facts. It's about opinions. My opinions. And I try to keep those opinions informed by, evaluation and stats sometimes, even though I think stats lie more often than they don't. Or rather, you can really twist the stats to say anything. You can twist the stats to say any story you want. So it's like, I try to use a bunch of different things I test. But at the end of the day, man, the Packers, to me, they're the number 1 team. The way they just dominated from top to bottom, all phases. I think it was one of the best games I've seen the Green Bay Packers play in almost a decade. Like, just chef's fucking Boyardee kiss, goddammit. Green Bay, they're my number 1 team this week in the pedestals of power. right here on the West Packers Sports Show. I wanted people to tell me what's really going on. Isn't that a Drake song? Some sort of Drake shit, isn't it? Bills fan here. Bills Packers Super Bowl. Bills fan says Bills Packers Super Bowl could be, man. Could be. Seriously. I really like the Bills. I really like the Bills. And I'm not really big on the Chiefs, man. I'm not super big on the Chiefs. This actually looks pretty good. Even though I got a comma after the 9. I wanted to do I like to do fancy ass graphics, but sometimes you gotta just go with the flow, bro. Go with the flow. Yeah. The Packers, man, I don't know what else you could. I don't know what else you could want from them. They've done everything that you're supposed to do. They beat the teams on the schedule. They've improved, I feel like, tremendously over the last 3. And let me tell you what, Darnell, don't call him average Savage, has been playing very, very well. He's been playing very, very well. I was one of those fans that was kind of hard on him. I started calling him Darnell Average, as a matter of fact. But it seems like as soon as I start calling him Darnell Average, this nigga turned into Darnell Don't Call Me Average Savage, because he was just balling. He had, and I'm not going to go too much into the breakdown of the game, because I'm going to break that down tomorrow with Savannah Dean on Sports at Twitter. She's going to be on the show at 2 p.m. We're going to be streaming live, multi-platform, from YouTube and from Twitch, talking about the game. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little preview of this week. It's Bears week. It's rivalry week, people. Rivalry. Say that 5 times fast. Rivalry week, 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 rivalry week. Ooh, once you get in the groove, you got to keep going. I can't believe I could actually get it. Rivalry week 5 times fast. I felt like Kendrick Lamar, like I was. Anyways, so that's gonna be interesting, Bears, and they got something to play for. So I think, Chicago, they always say bear down. I like to say bear down and stay the fuck down, or get laid down. But real talk, the Bears, they could they could cause the Packers to obtain that number 1 seed, because we gonna fuck those Bears up, because the Bears still suck. You thought I was about to really get a Bears some credit on this program? This is the West Packers Sports Show. I am your host, Godchild, first of his name, GDCHYLD. No, I don't. Ask me why, motherfucker. The Bears still suck, man. That needs to be like that's like the slogan. That's every Packers fan's creed. You know what I mean? We feel like if we were in a one of those 300 style movies, you know what I'm saying? We had our little shield or our swords, we're our spears, in those movies 300, or even in Avengers Endgame and shit. They had the African tribes and shit, they be banging the spears. If the Packers were a tribe, our war cry would be, the Bears still suck. It wouldn't even be Go Pack Go. You know what I mean? I feel like Go Pack Go was it's celebratory, but it's we can always get behind the Bears still suck. And we all believe it, especially when it's rivalry week. I ain't scared of no damn Bears, bro. Little Smokey the Bear ass, bitch ass Bears. Look, man, so that's my top 10 teams: Packers, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Saints, Bucks, Titans, Dolphins, Cardinals, and the Washington football team. And in my 11 and 12 spots, I have the Colts and the Rams. Sucks for the Rams that Goff is going to be hurt. I think he's going to miss the rest of the season. I think Washington is getting Alex Smith back. He missed 2 games, and by no coincidence, I don't think those are 2 games that they lost, and I feel like they could have won. I might be streaming on Saturday. I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but I might stream this coming Saturday and do some picks, man. I got a friend of mine. He likes to do the sports lines. He likes to just kind of just take a stab at it. We just doing it for fun. But who knows? I mean, I kind of got a knack for picking these things, and I'm thinking I might go like whatever the amount of games that are being played. I guess everybody's playing, right? So yeah, that's what 32 teams, 16. Put that in half, right? 32, 16. So you got in 8 games, right? Yeah, and those two teams play each other. So you got 8 games on Sunday because it's the last week. No one's got a bye or no shit like that. So let's just say I think I could go. I don't know. 8, like 6-2, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what you got to do. Or you can get all of them. But I'm thinking that I can do like 80%, man. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna get 80%, and I know if you get 80% or even 60% in like gambling and shit, like in the sports that world, you can be people will definitely fuck with your boy. So today, really honestly, it was yesterday, but as y'all know, Pat McAfee, he has a show, and on that show, he likes to bring Aaron Rodgers on, and every Tuesday that is. And I like to watch the Tuesdays with Aaron, and then I also like to watch like what other because I like to watch the Tuesdays with Aaron, and then really tomorrow you'll be able to see more of the reaction to it because everyone's always got something to say about what Aaron said on Tuesday and shit. I'm even doing it, but I'm a Packers fan, so it's a little bit different. But every Tuesday he goes on the Pat McAfee show, and he does like these really cool interviews. They're a little more unguarded. He's a little more like, I feel like himself, and just you get to see more of his personality. It's like a really cool concept that they do with the Tuesdays with Aaron. I like it. And I just like to watch what he says, what they talk about, and react to it. But I don't try to have that same negative spin. I don't feel like I got the same negative spin as as the media outlet that Aaron Rodgers hates so much. But I guess technically now I'm part of that media outlet. You know what I mean? In a sense. And there were just a couple of things that he did mention that I just find a little interesting on the Tuesdays with Aaron, with Pat McAfee. And he talked about the Tennessee game. And this was interesting to me because I feel like a lot of times, well, let me finish setting it up. Okay. Aaron Rodgers was asked by Pat McAfee about the Tennessee game, how well he played, how well the team played, how they beat this Titans team that a lot of people had picked to maybe make it to the AFC Championship game. And Rodgers was like, well, it was kind of a statement game. Like we've all heard the chatter about we can't finish games and we're not focused, and we sometimes, and by we I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is talking about the Packers. I'm not one of these teams. I try not to say we too much. Like I don't play for the team. I don't work for the team. It is my favorite team, but there's no we aspect to it. I just say that team. Usually I try to remember to say that team or say the team's name. But Aaron Rodgers was talking about his team. He does play for them, so he can say we. And he said they've heard all that chatter. They heard all the chatter about why this team might be fraudulent or why they might not be a favorite. They're a contender, but they're not a favorite because they couldn't beat teams that are physical and teams that can get those like explosive plays and get turnovers on defense. When you think about a lot of times when the Packers lose games and they lose them bad, Rodgers or somebody turn the ball over like at least once, probably twice or even thrice. How often do you say thrice? I like saying thrice every now and then. Usually I'll say 3 times, but every now and then you gotta slip a thrice in there. I mean, this year, the games they lost, turnovers, man. They lost a turnover battle, so it's like I really thought that, Titans had a chance for that reason. they get turnovers. But, Packers, man, they prevailed, man. They did every single thing you could ask them to do. They did everything you can ask them to do. But Rodgers tried to make it seem like, they heard all of that stuff. They heard all of that chatter. They heard all of that skepticism in the media, and they wanted to respond to it. And he's like, this is our response. But the thing that I find funny about that is like, usually when you ask players about, have you heard this story or that story in the media, they try to always play it off as like, oh, I don't listen to the media. I don't watch television. I don't read the clippings. Other people tell me, but I don't da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, I feel like right here, Rodgers was just kind of honest. Like, yeah, man, we say that shit. But y'all know what the fuck the deal is. Y'all know we really be paying attention to it. And I feel like you kind of have to. Like, you want to see what people say about your performance. And it's like, it's kind of hard to just completely cut that shit out. cut it all out. So I always believe that they saw it. Now, how it motivates them or what they feel about it, that could be something different. But to say that they don't see it or they don't watch it, I feel like it was always kind of bullshit. But Rodgers admitted that he saw it and they saw it. So it's like, which means to me they see a lot of stuff, man. Which it makes me want to not be too toxic. It's like, damn, imagine just looking down at your phone and people just atting you and just saying horrible shit about you. But that was one thing that he talked about on the Tuesday with Aaron on the Pat McAfee thing. And another thing that he talked about was an interaction he had in Philadelphia with a fan that just kept saying, you look like you got a stick in your ass or something like that. And he just said eventually throughout by the third quarter, that dude, every time he was close, Aaron Rodgers came close to him. Like, and this was when Brett was still there. He would just say, hey, Rodgers. He would yell, hey, Rodgers, you look like you got a stick up your ass or something like that. And Aaron said eventually he just turned around and was like, hey, man, like, you're dedicated. You've been screaming at me every chance you get for the last 3.5, 4 hours. I'm going to give you some props. I'm going to give you your just dues. But I think, Philadelphia in a whole is just kind of like a whole different beast, man. Philadelphia is a whole different beast when it comes to their sports teams and the way they support their sports teams and how unrelenting and just they don't take shit from nobody about their teams, and they're crazy and they're fucking passionate and they can be a little intimidating and a little reckless sometimes. But Philly, they just love their team. But he talked about too, did Aaron Rodgers. He talked about well, actually no, I want to talk about he did sort of mention. Because Pat McAfee said, how's it feel to win your third MVP trophy? And Rodgers like, well, I haven't won it yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't won it yet, but it is cool to think about it. And yeah, I thought about it. And he said this earlier in the season on Pat McAfee. He had told Pat, like, yeah, man, I think about it. And then I saw a video where Skip Bayless basically blasted Rodgers for thinking about, quote unquote, the MVP and all that kind of stuff. He's like, those are individual awards. He's not about the team. You know how Skip Bayless like to do. Skip Bayless always like to put out some negativity, especially about Aaron Rodgers and LeBron James. So this week it was Aaron Rodgers. And, I was just like, bro, how can you sit there and like hold these things against him? You know what I'm saying? And Skip Bayless he's unreasonable sometimes. But, Rodgers basically said he thought it was stupid for people to basically make the statement or have the stance that Skip Bayless has without saying Skip Bayless's name or anything like that. But it's like if you keep up and you consume all of this Packers content, you know what's going on. You got your ear to the streets, okay? You got your nose in the tweets. Hey, you got your ears to the streets. You got your nose in the tweets. You know what's going on with your team. So, Rodgers, he said how he thought it was dumb for someone to question about somebody's focus or dedication to the team if they're thinking about individual achievements. And I agree with Rodgers. That's like bullshit, man. That's like typical media just trying to twist athletes' words into things, into narratives that are disparaging to them or like gives you a reason to criticize them and shit like that. So I don't like when they do that. So I want to try to, I'm trying to keep it, 100 right here. I'm trying to keep it a buck. I'm just trying to keep it real, on my show, on my sports show. It's your boy God Child, first of his name. By the way, we started out doing the top 10 power ranking. Then now we're talking about Tuesday with Aaron. And, the first subject was Tuesdays with Aaron with Pat McAfee. Rodgers talked about how they made a statement win against Tennessee, and they heard the chatter. And I just thought that was interesting because usually athletes make it seem like they don't hear the chatter. And now we're talking about what Skip Bayless said into response what Aaron Rodgers was saying about, like, wanting to get another MVP trophy. And he kind of, like, campaigned for it or something like that. He kind of made, like, a joke and campaigned for it. Said something like, I'm younger than Pat, blah, blah, blah. Y'all might as well give it to me. Some shit like that. But I think, there's, like, people say all good jokes contain some part of the truth. Yeah, it's probably part of that is kind of how Rodgers actually feels or some shit like that. Or he kind of probably feels a little overlooked. Like, y'all was just saying this shit about me. Everything I say about Patrick Mahomes, y'all was just saying about me 7 years ago. I think that's how Rodgers, at least that's how his energy kind of comes off to me sometimes in these interviews. Like, he feels that way or he thinks that every now and then or something. But even if he doesn't, like, it still doesn't, to me, it still doesn't change the fact that I think he heard what Skip Bayless said and he decided to kind of address it in a roundabout way. Okay. Look, man, that's really all I wanted to do. I wanted to talk just sports, ramble, you know what I'm saying? Just give my opinions and thoughts. I wanted to do the power ranking. I wanted to hit these couple of topics. But tomorrow at 2 p.m., me and Sav Dean on Sports will be going live, hosting live. She will be my guest co-host for that show tomorrow on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to like 3:30. You can expect maybe an hour and a half. And then Thursday, we're going to be dropping content all day from the show on Wednesday. If you didn't catch it, now you know. You can get it on my YouTube channel. What's 'S packing, apostrophe after the end sports show. What's packing sports show. You follow me on YouTube. You'll be able to see everything that isn't uploaded. That isn't the live. You'll be able to see. You can see the live on there too, but you'll be able to see the content that's been edited and chopped and things like that. Like every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Look, man. It's your boy Godchild. It's one. I've been on an hour 22. I'm not trying to do no super mega streams. I'm going to save that for the Sunday games. I'm going to be streaming all day Sunday as well. I'm trying to get more guests lined up for y'all to keep it interesting, to keep the perspectivating, you know what I'm saying? Keep it from different angles and shit like that. But I'm going to, that's the end of the show, man, for this one. That's pretty much all I got to say. The Packers are number one. Go, Pack, go. And remember, like I said, never forget, at the end of the day, no matter how rough it gets for the Packers, the Bears still